Hello everyone, it's Phil here doing another tweak guide for GG.com game. This time we're looking at Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. It uses Scum VM, so we're gonna focus on tweaking that. So I've just installed it. Let's hit the launch game button and see what it looks like. So we can see that the image is a little bit small. It's also the wrong aspect ratio. It's stretched in widescreen, so that's also something we have to change. The music works, the sound effects.
Alright, Jones.
Sound effects also work, but the speech is a little bit quiet. So, quite a few things we need to tweak. Now, by pressing F5, we can open the menu for Scum VM, and we can see what version it is. It's 1.6 from 2013. It's quite old, and it doesn't have the OpenGL option for giving you a full screen aspect ratio corrected image, so we're just gonna go quit, and this is the Scum VM emulator, and we're gonna install a new version. Now there are two ways of approaching this tweak guide. Yeah, if you want to keep your existing shortcuts, for example, there's another one here. No, wrong one. This one here. Yeah, if you want to keep these shortcuts and make sure that these use the new Scum VM version, you need to download the one that says Windows zip file, and we're gonna basically replace this Scum VM version that the game came with. If on the other hand you just wanna install Scum VM and then add the GOG.com game, so you're not gonna use these shortcuts, you're happy to launch Scum VM manually. I'll show you what I mean. So I've got Scum VM here. If you wanna launch it through here and then add your games manually, which I've done here. I'm just gonna remove these games because they might confuse you. Then you need to click on this main button here or the Windows installer. I'm gonna show you both. The way to add GG.com games to Scum VM that you have installed permanently on your machine is just to go add game, find the folder, and just press choose, and then press OK, and there it is. We will later configure the game by pressing the edit game button, but that process is the same regardless of if you're using the permanently installed Scum VM or if you're updating the version that came with the game. Okay, so let's say I want to keep the shortcuts. I just want to update the Scum VM version that comes with the game. I'm gonna open a new Explorer window. We go to the GG Games folder, and there it is. And under Scum VM, this is the older version, so we need to update it. You basically download the zip file. I've already done that. Copy it and paste it into your folder, and then just right click and go extract here, and that will update all the files. Okay, we're done with this. Another thing regarding the MUNT emulator, we're going to use the MUNT emulator to give better Roland music and sound effects. LucasArts tended to use the LAPCI and the CM32L. So when you go to options and ROM configuration, I do recommend that you use the CM32L ROMs instead of the MT32. Don't ask me where to get them from. You can probably find them online. I have all the Roland units, so that's how I cover my legal side, so to speak. So we're just gonna press OK, and that's ready to go. So let's launch the game. There it is. I'm gonna press F5. And a couple of things we can tweak here. Under options, we can adjust the music volume, sound effects volume, and the speech volume. We can also turn the subtitles and the speech on and off, but at the moment it displays both. So if you're speech impaired and you've got issues with understanding the dialogue, just turn the music a bit down until it suits your needs. Okay, next button we press is called Return to Launcher, which takes us to the main menu of Scum VM. And here's our game, and by pressing edit game we can configure it. To improve the graphics, to make it full screen and have a aspect ratio corrected image, we click on override global graphic settings, change this to OpenGL no filtering, and we tick those two: aspect ratio correction and full screen mode. Under audio, for some reason this is already ticked, we're also overriding the global audio settings, and we go with the MT32 synth emulator, so that is basically MUNT. And we also change the output rate to 48. This might affect the speech quality. Under MT32, we also click over our global MT32 settings, and we tick this box to tell ScumVM that we're actually using a real MT32 device, which is basically, in our case, the emulator. Now I'm just gonna put the volume up because I want to be able for you to hear the difference with the Roland music and how it sounds, and then later we can always reduce it. And that's pretty much it. So we're gonna hit the start button and look and listen to the improved graphics and the better sound. Okay, so that's all looking well. Just gonna put the music back to right about here. Good balance between being able to hear the voice and the music.
Oof.
Let's just skip forward.
Indy?
You don't look at all well, Dr. Jones.
You can also, by using the square brackets, you can adjust the music live during the game as well to adjust the volume.
What was your name again?
And that's really it in terms of tweaking the game. There's nothing more to it. Also here, by pressing F5, you can load and save the game. Type in a name.
Smith.
But we're going to just quit to desktop. And that's really it. So after you've applied all these tweaks, you should have a full screen aspect ratio corrected image with Roland music and sound effects as well. But I've also shown you how to play around with the subtitles and adjust the volume in case the music is overpowering and you can't hear the dialogue. As always, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Any questions, leave them down below in the comments. And do check out my website, philscomputerlab.com, where I've got all sorts of interesting resources to do with playing old games on real computers, but also through emulation.